This is the best opportunity that Michael Hawkins will have to showcase what he has learned since losing to Air Force last December and whether or not he's the guy that can be depended on if John Mateer can't go against Texas. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you believe that Michael Hawkins' best opportunity to prove the Sooner faithful, right, that he can be trusted to beat Texas is Kent State? Because A, it's his only opportunity, and B, it's really about him. This game is about him. This game is about Michael Hawkins and what he can do specifically in the passing game, specifically in Ben Arbuckle's offense against a team that might challenge Bixby High School or Broken Arrow. Yeah, there's no getting around it. Kent State's not any good. All right, so Kent State's giving up 546 yards per game. That's dead last of 136 FBS teams. And more importantly, Oklahoma's defense ranks second in yards allowed per game at 207.8 and third in scoring defense at 9, which is another way of saying the defense is going to quite possibly go to work on Kent State, because there's one statistic that they still would like to rank in the top 10 of that they rank, terrifically low in, and that is the takeaways per game. So Oklahoma still ain't got no takeaways, still can't get no takeaways, still has a hard time making takeaways happen, and its turnover margin is -6, which is 129th in FBS, right? So picks and fumbles, recoveries, and then you don't take away the football as a defense. I know that is really, really pissing Brent Venables off, who is one of the best defensive minds of the last 25 years. And calling that defense is one of the smartest things that he has done as head coach at Oklahoma. It's also a program that has been really quite good throwing the football because John Mateer has been good throwing the football. 300 passing yards per game. That guy was leading the Heisman Trophy contest. He still might if he can come back and play against Texas and get a win. Right now, for me, it's about what Trinidad Chambliss has been able to do at Ole Miss since becoming the starter. It's also about just how bad this crop of should-be Heisman finalists has been. Garrett Nussmeier, Arch Manning, Lenore Sellers, DJ Lagway, Cade Klubnik. None of them have actually been that great, which has led to Ferris State transfers and Washington State transfers leading the Heisman conversation. Ferris State, who beat UCO in the national championship last year, and man, that was a one-loss season for UCO. That sucked because turns out that might be the SEC's best player right there that was backing up Austin Simmons going into the season. And then Austin Simmons had an ankle injury, and all of a sudden Trinidad Chambliss putting up 1,200 yards of offense. Can Michael Hawkins do something like that? Like that's what you want. You want Michael Hawkins to make it really difficult for Ben Arbuckle to say, I need John Mateer to play against Texas. That's what you want. You want a 29 of 33 passing for 348, 4 TDs, 0 interceptions, and 50 yards on the ground with 2 TDs. That's what you want, right? You want a guy who is seeing it and throwing it, who's taking advantage of Deion Burks, who's taking advantage of Jared Kannick, who's taking advantage of Keontez Lewis, and frankly, a run game. It'd be nice to have one of those. I realize that there's some Oklahoma fan out there that says, hey, this offense ain't built to run the football. Every offense is built to run the football. We just can't. Like, even an air raid scheme has run principles in it, and you need people to respect the run. However, you also need to be able to get the ball to your best player, and that's one of the things that I'm going to be curious to find out what Ben Arbuckle thinks is his best player on offense, because outside of John Mateer, I'm not quite sure who you're going to depend on. Like, there's a contingent out there, I'm sure, that's saying Jared Kannick, and I love y'all, dog. No, it's got to be Deion Burks, or it's got to be Torrey Blaylock, or Keontez Lewis. But it ain't going to be what you think it is. Like, it's going to be a different offense. And if it feels one-dimensional and it feels like Michael Hawkins is having a hard time against the Golden Flashes, that's not a great look going in against Texas. Now, there's still the thought that John Mateer's injury will be something like healed in time for Texas. And I believe that 80, 90% John Mateer is better than 100% Michael Hawkins. You know why I believe that? Because that's what we got against Auburn. The dude broke his hand on the first pass play from scrimmage, still finished with 271 yards, and went 14 of 16 in the second half and led a comeback to win the game. The dude wasn't at 100%, and he's still operating at an elite level. It's not me being hyperbolic. It's not me being hopeful. It's me telling you what we have seen and what we can verify with fact. Michael Hawkins needs to show he's better than that to start against Texas for me. Short of Mateer just not being able to go, which quite possibly could be it. But given that he had the world's best hand surgeon do his surgery, and the verdict from Mateer was, oh my God, look at this, I feel pretty good about going into that Texas week. And remember, after Kent State, you got a second bye, because people ain't get the first joke. Kent State is a bye week. And then you got a bye week where you ain't got to play nobody, but it's a bye week. So you got 2 bye weeks going into Texas, which is going to be pivotal. If this game was this week, Oklahoma might be cooked. But because this Texas game isn't for 2 weeks, you got a shot here. And again, I'm going to be harping on what it is that Michael Hawkins can do, because again, Trinidad Chambliss in 3 games, 1,219 yards. John Mateer in 4 games. Let me see. Illinois State, Michigan, Auburn. 3 games, 1,215 yards. So just there's a 4-yard difference. That's one of the reasons I'm putting those guys in the same conversation. You're also your leading rusher is John Mateer with 190 yards in 3 games. That's not great. And Jared Kanik is the leading receiver with 18 catches with 307 yards. But can we do something else? Is there something else to be done here? Because I just don't see Oklahoma fans feeling good about a 65-0 win for the Sooners if Michael Hawkins looks like he's having a hard time against Bixby's second team. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're talking about. So that is what I am doing this preview around. I really want to know, can Michael Hawkins make it go? Because the last time I saw Michael Hawkins, he couldn't throw the football. And the last time I saw Michael Hawkins against Temple, he took a sack on the first play from scrimmage, garbage time. That's going to be difficult to get out of my brain. You're up. You've seen Mateer take apart this defense, and you hold the ball so long that Temple can get home against you. That's not a great look. That's got to change against Kent State.